यथा निद्रया यस्साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयम् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये बीजस्यान्तरिवा गुरो जगदिदम् प्राङ्निर्विकल्पम् पुनः मायाकल्पितवेशकालकलना वैचित्र्यचित्रीकृतम् मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यपि महायोगीवयस्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये यस्यैव स्फुरणं सदात्मकमसत्कल्पार्थगं भासते साक्षात् तत्त्वमसीति वेदवचसा यो बोधयत्याश्रितान् यत्साक्षात् मृत्युर्भवाम्भो निधौ तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नानाच्छिद्रघटोदरस्थितमहादीपप्रभास्वरम् ज्ञानं यस्य तु चक्षुरादिकर द्वारा बहिस्पन्दते जानामीति तमेव भान्तमनुभात्येतत् समस्तं जगत् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये देहं प्राणमपीन्द्रियमपि चलां बुद्धिं च शून्यं विदुः स्त्रीबालान्धजडोपमास्त्वरते भ्रान्ता भृशंवादिनः माया शक्तिविलासकल्पितमहाव्यामोहसंहारिणे तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः सर्वोपप्लवरहितः प्रज्ञानघनः प्रत्यगतो ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं सुखं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यम् श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपाञ्चहस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। शङ्कराश्लेषविलस आनन्दामृतनिर्भराम् विश्वोत्तंसितपादाभ्यां ब्रह्मविद्यां विभावये पद्मचण्डमार्तण्डमूर्तये बादरायणसंज्ञाय मुनये समवेश्मने वेदान्तनिकुरुम्बेण तात्पर्येण प्रकाशितः स्वात्मानन्दैकरस्येन कल्याणाय शिवोऽस्तु नः अभीः भगवो ब्रह्म। dhatu brahma jigyasa janmadyasya yataha shastrayonitvat tattu samanvayat. Vedanta is Brahmapara. Siddhartha Vastu Para. Like in the Karma Kanda, Bhuta Vastu Upadesha is there. The very mention of things which are already siddha, existing, that is there. Like Soma, Somena Yajeta, that the Soma, the juice, they extract the juice, extracted juice from the creeper, Soma creeper, Somalata, that is siddha itself. And similarly, Dadna Juhoti offers the curd. Dadhi is also siddha. And even though the usefulness of that very mention is by being connected to some kriya. Kriya sheshatvena, its phalavatva is there. That is one thing. The phalavatvam of the mention of curd and soma juice, that's all there through the kriya. Kriya sheshatvena tesham phalavatvam. But just because phalavatva is through the kriya, this is not an inflexible rule, an absolute rule, niyama, that phalavatvam is only through kriya. That is not a rule. Phalavatvam, in the case of dadi and soma juice, soma, these are all through kriya, yes. But the phalavatvam is through jnana also. Kriya alone is not the dwara for phalavatvam. Jnanamapi dwaram bhavati. Jnanam also is the means through which the phalavatvam is there. Like even in the Laukika example, Rajju Jnanena, by knowing that what is there in front is only Rajju, the Sarpa Bhranti goes away, and then the fear born of the snake buddhi, snake idea, that also goes away. Therefore, Jnanena, here there is no kriya involved, but phalavatvam is there. Bhaya nivritti, right? Bhaya nivritti is there. So, phalavatvam is here through only jnana. Therefore, kriya dvara va, jnana dvara va, phalavatvam. In the case of karma kanda vakyas and the words, the phalavatvam is through kriya. Whereas in the Vedanta Shastra, the phalavatvam is through jnana. That is the media. Siddha vastu paratve sati api jnana dvara phalavatvat. Therefore, akriya is not kriya shesha. Brahma is not a kriya shesha. Vedanta vakya is not a shesha to any kriya, excepting the upasana portions. So Vedanta vakya phalavatva is there. Therefore, siddha vastu para, like bhuta vastu upadeshavat, like in the karma kanda. Interestingly, the Mimamsaka had cited the given two portions from the Veda Bhaga, Karma Kanda. One is the Arthavada, the other is the Mantra. Okay? Arthavada itself is not Phalavati. It becomes Phalavat only when connected to Kriya. And similarly, Mantra portions, they are employed in some karma, thereby only mantras are also useful. Tadvat, Vedanta also becomes useful only by being appended to, connected to karma vakya, vidhi vakya or upasana vakya. This was the Mimamsaka's contention. Vedanta also is karma shesha artavadavat, mantravat, iti he gives here. Now Bhashyakara gives the counter examples. Vedantaha akriya sheshaha is not kriya shesha, bhuta vastuvat, right? And then nisheda vakyavat, the next one he is going to say, right? Bhuta vakyavat, bhuta vastu upadeshavat, Vedanta is siddhartha para, presenting what is siddha, meaning not karma shesha. That is the idea. Siddha, the Prabhakara Mimamsaka said, bhuta vastuvadi vedabhagaha nasti, right? Pravritti, nivritti, vidhi, tachesha vyatirekena, bhuta vastuvadi vedabhagaha nasti. This is the Mimamsaka's, Prabhakara's contention. There is no part of Veda which talks about merely existing things, just presents, just tells about existing things, except Pravritti Vakya, Pravritti Vidhi, Nivritti Vidhi, and the Shesha to these two. This is the Prabhakara's contention. So Bhashyakara establishes Bhuta Vastu Bhagaha Astu Asti. Bhuta Vastu Vadi Veda Bhagaha Asti. There is Veda Bhaga, part of Veda, portions of Veda which do talk about the Bhuta Vastu. Just mention the Bhuta Vastu. That is the Dadi, Soma examples we saw. Now, therefore, Vedantaha Siddha Vastu Paraha, Siddha Vastu Para, Bhuta Vastu Upadeshavat. Vedanta is not Kriya, connected to Kriya. Bhuta Vastu Upadeshavat. Bhuta Vastu Upadesha Matram is not a Kriya. Dadi is not a Kriya. Soma is not a Kriya. In fact, Swarga also is not a Kriya. It is a Phalam of the Kriya. Phalatvena, as a result, is connected to karma, but otherwise it is definitely has no connection in the performance and the activity. Performance of the Jyotishtoma karma, Swarga is not part of, is not Sesha. Phalavati. Swarga Phala is not the part of Kriya. So, Bhuta Vastu Upadesha is there. That's all. So, Kevala Vastu, Bhuta Vastu Vadi Bhagaha Na iti, that is refuted, thoroughly refuted. Now, Bhashyakara picks up the Nisheda Vakya, Pratisheda Vakyas. There are sentences in the Veda Bhaga, in the Karma Kanda, where Nisheda, prohibition is said. Don't do this, that is said. Vidhi Vakya is that which says do this, that is a do this. Whereas prohibition sentences say that don't do this, that is a Pratisheda Vakya or there. The Pratisheda Vakyas in general do not enjoin any activity. Any possible activity born out of some buddhi, some idea, but it will lead to anishta. Such action is prohibited. Don't do this, that's all. Here the Nisheda Vidhi, prohibition rule, the rule prohibiting something, that is not any there is no activity in it, there is no action in that. It is just tushnim bhava, audasinya, just non-action, that's all. No action, non-action with reference to what is said here. With reference to certain particular type of particular activity that is negated. Don't do this, that's all said here. Here that is not a kriya. That's Bhashyakara takes it. It's only audasinya only. Do nothing. Don't do that which is prohibited. That is the audasinya. There is no activity, there is no karma enjoined. So even though it has a vidhi, the tavya, etc., linglot tavya, etc., is there, but the Nisheda Vakyas do not mean any karma. Even though they do not mean any karma, we do take them as pramana. So pramanyam does not depend upon kriya, like Nisheda Vakyas. Nisheda Vakya doesn't prompt any kriya, but still it is pramana, it is accepted as a pramana. So Nisheda Vakyavat, Vedanta also is pramanam. Akriya rupatve api, even though there is no kriya, still it is pramana only. That is, the Nisheda Vakyas, Nany Vakyas are taken. So this portion of the Bhashya, we call it as Nany Bhashya. Acharyas call it as Nany Bhashya. So this Nany Bhashya begins now. Apicha Brahmanaha na hantavyaha iti eva madhya nivrittihi upadishyate nacha sakriya napi kriya sadhanam. Further, apicha idani vedantanam nisheda vakyavat siddhartha paratvam. Vedantas have their tatparya in siddhartha brahmavastu, brahmatma aikya, siddhartha paratvam, akriya paratvam. That's all. Siddhartha means na kriya, akriya paratvam, nisheda vakyavat. Nisheda vakya is na kriya param. Like that, Vedanta also is na kriya param, not karma shesha, na kriya param iti. Apicha. Here, Bhashyakara takes this vakya, Brahmanaha na hantavyaha. Brahmana should not be harmed, should not be hurt, should not be killed, etc. Handatu means harming, hurting, killing, all this means. Physically or verbally or even mentally, all that we can take. Na hantavyaha. Here, hantavyaha, that's the tavya pratyanta shabda, a word ending in the affix tavya. Tavya means should be done, to be done. Kartavya means should be done. Drashtavya means to be seen. So similarly, hantavya means should be hurt, should be harmed, etc. So tavya means to be done, should be done. And what is to be done? Han dhatu. The dhatu adds that. Hantavyaha. But what is said here about hantavya? Na hantavyaha. The negation na, nany is there. Na hantavyaha. The nany pada. The negation particle nany, na. The nya is an it letter, nany. So, na iti, negation particle is there. Should not be, is not to be, not to be harmed, should not be hurt, should not be killed, etc. That is there. Na hantavyaha. What does this vakya do? Brahmanaha na hantavyaha. Is it something like Swargakamaha yajeta? Is there any prompting? Is there any prompting into some activity here? Pravritti is there or what? Like in yajeta, Swargakamaha yajeta. May the one whose desire of Swarga may do this. Jyotishtoma. Is there some prompting? Is there some urging a person to do something? There is none whatsoever. When a person is told na hantavyaha, the person doesn't engage into some activity of khanana or whatever, but the only person withdraws. Nivrittihi alone is there, pravritti is not there. Even though in certain context, nivritti also is an action, like even returning, withdrawing. You move away from something, right? That's also a kriya. But here, there is no kriya in the form of returning, withdrawing. Suppose I run towards something which I see as a silver, and then I find that this is only a shell, then I withdraw from it, right? I come away from it. That is an activity. That's a kayika, physical activity. Sometimes verbal activity, withdrawing is not an activity in it. Manasa also is withdrawing, is not an activity, not a very, we cannot say, but in a way we can say. But here, this is not this nivritti is not any action, it is not action. It is tushnim bhavaha only, just remaining quiet, not doing that, that's all. So this is nivritti alone is said here. Nivrittihi upadishyate. We'll analyze this whole thing we'll analyze. Okay. And this nivrittihi, Bhashyakara says here, sa, that nivrittihi that is presented here, taught here, is not kriya. Sa, na kriya. Nivritti is not an action here. As opposed to the Mimamsaka's contention, Veda Bhaga, entire Veda is kriya para. Right? That is the Mimamsaka, Prabhakara's contention. So here it is said the Nivritti Vakya, Nisheda Vakya is not a kriya, doesn't enjoin any kriya there. Alright, it is not kriya, but maybe it may be like kriya sadhana, like dadhi, like curd, like soma, juice. This may be kriya sadhanam, connected to some kriya. Bhashyakara says, napi kriya sadhanam. This is not part of any kriya also. Neither kriya nor it is connected to any kriya. Kevala akriya only. This is absence of kriya only. That's all. That's all. It's what that my sentence means. Brahmanaha na hantavyaha. If we press the rule, Amna, the Mimamsa Sutra, Amna Yasya Kriyatatvat Anarthakyam Atadarthanam. Mimamsaka Sutra, Mimamsa Sutra is there, and the Mimamsaka cited this Vidhi, this Sutra. So entire Veda should be Kriyapara only, otherwise it becomes futile, it is said. Now sir, Bhashyakara already pointed out one exception to this Bhutavastu Upadesha, he pointed out. Bhutavastu itself is not Kriya. If you say that Anarthakyam Atadarthanam, futility, Nishpalatvam, uselessness of such portions, such words which occur in the Veda, mentioning existing things, Bhutavastu, if you say that then all pada should be connected to kriya means the dadhi, the word, the upadesha is not kriya. That is not a kriya. Even though it is connected to kriya, but dadhi is not a kriya. Soma is not a kriya. That also will become apramana according to your rule, your strict rule. Niyamena. Every pada, every sentence should be connected to kriya. When you say the word dadi soma will become anartha, apramana. That is not acceptable. To you, to me also, it is not acceptable. Therefore, bhutavastutve api, even though this is bhutavastu, even though the Shastra mentions, still it is pramana only. The pramanya remains, stays. Tadvat nisheda vakya also is not kriya para. Anarthakya is not there. It has its own phalam. It's not that pravritti alone has its phalam. The nivritti also has its phalam. Very curious, okay? Doing has certain result. Not doing gives some result. A different type of result. A type of result it gives. Not doing also, in a way, produces something. In a way. What is that? We will see. Okay? Anartha nivrittihi. Na hantavyaha, brahmanaha na hantavyaha. That is, brahmana is not to be hurt. Okay. By what will happen if a person hurts brahmanaha, if a brahmana is hurt by action or words or whatever, if that person is hurt, what will happen? That gives rise to some papa. What Shastra prohibits gives rise to, doing that gives rise to papa. What Shastra enjoins, do this, doing that gives rise to punya. This is all only Veda, only Shastra, all are adrishta. By doing what Shastra prohibits, if a person does that, that papa is incurred, the person attracts papa. And that papa translates as naraka anubhava, dukkha anubhava. anishta anubhava. Any anishta anubhava is indicating one's own papa only. If I am sad, then the sadness is a phalam of my own karma. There is nimitta. Somebody becomes a nimitta for my sadness, but I am the karta for that sadness. Any dukkha is caused by one's own karma only. The agents may be, it may be my own doing or somebody else's doing. Nimitta varies, but the cause for one's own dukkha or klesha, whatever is only one's own papa. That is a shastra hridaya. Alright. So, if a person does something which is prohibited, then that produces papa, and that papa will translate as narakadi dukkha anubhava. And this wise human being knows very well that, understands very well that I don't want anishta, I don't want dukkha, I don't want to suffer, I don't like to suffer. Even though suffering comes, there is sadness, there is suffering, is there, but given my intelligence, given my choice, I would not like to suffer. That I suffer now, and that is anishta to me, makes me understand that I don't want to suffer, at least in future. Now on, at least I don't want to suffer. So in order for me not to have dukkha, and have only sukha and not dukkha, not to have dukkha, I need to avoid the nishiddha actions. That's nishiddha. What is nishiddha? I should avoid. Okay? This is the wisdom. That I suffer now is because of some past action, but that makes me wiser. I learned that, I understand that, I don't want to suffer like this. Therefore, what should I do? I should do that by which I will be I have sukha only, and I should not do that by which I will have dukkha. This is the learning. This is the wisdom. I have no control over my past. What I have done, and the result of it I go through. There may be some prayaschitta, etc. possible, and then I may have to go through that dukkha. All right, yes. But based on that experience, I am wiser now. I cannot neutralize the past papa totally. I cannot undo the action, at least. I cannot undo that. But now I am wiser. That is, this is unpleasant to me. This is not desirable to me. Therefore, I don't want to suffer. And therefore, what should I do? I should avoid this papa karma, nishiddha karma. It is simple fact, simple learning is that. And therefore, this na hantavyaha iti, such prohibitory sentences, okay, point out that thereby, by not doing this, by avoiding this, what is said here, by avoiding this, you avoid dukkha, narakadi dukkha abhava. So, what will happen if the hanana is done? Hantavyaha iti. Suppose hanana is done, what will happen? Dukkha will result. And dukkha is anishta. So this hananam is anishta sadhanam. Correct? Hananam, Brahmana hananam is anishta sadhanam. Gives rise to dukkha. Anishta means for dukkha. Brahmana hananam is anishta sadhanam. And therefore, na hananam, ahananam, avoiding this hanana, Brahmana hanana, is avoid anishta sadhana abhava. Avoiding the anishta sadhana. Avoiding anishta. So, this avoiding this Brahmana hananam is to avoid dukkha. Dukkha I don't want, therefore I avoid this Brahmana hananam. Here, there's only avoidance here. There is no action. By avoiding this, I have this phalam. This phalam is there, that I am free from the potential dukkha. Right? So this itself is a phalam. Sometimes getting something is a phalam. Sometimes not getting certain things is a phalam. Headache, I don't get headache, that's a phalam. The nivritti, the sukha is there. It's not always getting alone, it gets a phalam. Not getting something also is a phalam. Correct? Phalam in the sense, we are free from that klesha, that suffering, that affliction is there, which itself is a phalam. Therefore, this nivritti also gives rise to dukkha abhava, in the sense that there is avoidance of the potential dukkha. If one were to do this hanana kriya, then definite dukkha is there, which is anishta. By avoiding this hanana, one avoids this dukkha. One is free from that dukkha. This is a phalam. Therefore, Nisheda Vakya also have their own phalam is there. Phalavatvam is there. Phalavatva being there, Nisheda Vakya also is pramana. Suppose, as the Mimamsaka says, there should be all Vakyas should enjoy some Kriya only or connect to some Kriya only. Nisheda Vakya is not a Kriya. What is Nahananam? Ahananam is not a Kriya. Don't hurt, don't harm. That is not a Kriya. That's not an action. It's only non-action. Nor it is any sadhana to, any appendage, any shesha to any karma also, any vidhi, it is not shesha. So that is not a kriya, not a kriya sadhanam. According to the Mimamsaka, this will become anartha. Itself is not a kriya, nor it is shesha to kriya. Therefore, Nisheda Vakya will be anartha, futile. Right? But this is Veda Bhaga. How can you say that Veda Bhaga is futile, fruitless? Therefore, Bhashyakara says, Akriya, we read the sentence, Akriya Arthanam Upadeshaha Anarthakaha Chet Brahmanaha Na Hantavyaha Ityadi Nivritti Upadeshanam Anarthakyam Praptam Tacha Anishtam. If you press that Vakya Sutra, Amnayasya Kriyartatvat Anarthakyam Atadarthanam. If you press that Vakya too much, okay. Like even, suppose, you press the hand, okay? Okay. For some time, to some extent, it gives, you are fine, you feel happy, etc. But you keep on pressing it for continuously, there will be some problem. Or you over press it, there will be pain, it may even fracture, okay? Even blood may come. So don't press these vakyas too much. Extract the meaning, leave them. If you go on pressing this vakya too much, Amna is a kriyartatvat, anarthakyam atadarthanam, anartha will come, anishta will come, Veda will become apramana. Okay? So, this akriyartatvat, akriyarthanam upadeshaha anarthakaha chet. If you say that any portion of the Veda, any bhaga of the Veda, which does not talk about kriya, then it will be apramana. If you say, then this nisheda vakya, brahmanaha na hantavyaha ityadi nivritti upadeshanam anarthakyam praptam anarthakya prasanga is there. This also will become futile, meaningless. Meaning, this Veda sentence will become apramana. That means Veda talks about something which is not pramana. Veda loses its pramanyam. Nirdushta pramanyam it loses. What we say, human beings, when we talk, some of the vakyas have pramanyam. Some of them don't have pramanyam. Right? Certain things we say in jest. Between friends, they say some casual talk is there, but it is not taken as pramana. We have some of the vakyas, some of the words that we say have pramanyam, some don't have pramanyam. Whereas Veda, it's not like that. All that it says has pramanyam. Even the meaningless words like swaha, etc. have pramanyam. Indraya swaha. That swahakara is necessary for that ahuti, that offering. So even though itself is meaningless, it's a meaningless sound, even though it is so, still it is phalavat, useful. Right. It's useful. Phalavatvam is there. So phalavatvam being the criterion for pramanya, entire Veda has pramanya. Veda is a pramana. It is not that some part of Veda has pramanya, some part of Veda is not pramana. It is not like Purusha Vakya. It is a Veda Vakya. Therefore, it's not that any part of Veda is apramana. Every part of Veda, all the sentences are pramana only. This Mimamsaka totally accepts. We also totally accept. Veda entirety, in its entirety is a pramana. That dosha, Purusha, Paurusheya, dosha is not there in that. If you say that every Vakya should connect to Kriya only, some action only, then this Nisheda Vakya is not a Kriya, nor is it connectable to any Kriya. By your standard, by your interpretation of that Mimamsa Sutra, it will mean that Brahmanaha na hantavya ityadi, not only this Vakya, this is only Upalakshan, so yes, example, ityadi Vashyakara. All such Nivritti Vakyas will become apramana. Nivritti Vakyanam anartakyam praptam. Why anartakyam? It is not a kriya, it is not a kriya shesha, therefore anartha, therefore apramanam iti praptam. The Mimamsaka cannot say, okay, let it not be pramana. Tacha anishtam Vaishyaka. That's not acceptable. To me, it's not acceptable. To you, the Mimamsaka also, this is not acceptable. Tacha anishtam. Alright. So now, here we look into this in some detail. We look into this Nishera Vakya. What does it? How does it? What does it mean? We look into the Vakyas. Here in this example cited, na hantavyaha, in that hantavyaha, that kridanta pada, han dhatu, the dhatu han, and then the pratyaya, the affix tavya is there. Han plus tavya. Tavya means to be done, should be done. And what is to be done? The pratyaya gives the sense to be done. What is to be done here? That the dhatu gives the sense, right? Han tavya, to be done. What is to be done? Han, to be done. Hananam should be done. Hurting is to be done. Alright. But then it's not the complete sense. Na also is there. Na hantavyaha is there. Alright. What does this pratyaya tavya mean? What is the sense? What sense it conveys? Does it convey? Tavya, to be done. What is it that we do? What is it that we want to do? What is it that we learn that we should do? What is it that tavya, to be done, should be done? What is it that? That's the ishta sadhanam. The tavya indicates ishta sadhanatvam. To be done. Why should I do this? I should do exercises. Okay, I should do yoga, whatever. The tavya should do. Why should I do this? Because by doing this, I gain health, I gain etc., whatever, some relief, so whatever cure, whatever, it's all there. And then ekagrata, etc., these are all the benefits. So tavya indicates that what is to be done is the means for something desirable. Ishta sadhanatva is indicated by the tavya pratyaya. Clear? Anywhere you see tavya, drashtavyaha, to be seen, kartavyam, daivamannikam, tavya, to be done, gantavyam, should be gone to, I should go there. Patitavya, I should study this. Anywhere you see the tavya, the prefix, the affix, that pratyaya conveys this sense. Even though the tavya is only a pratyaya, that pratyaya affix gives a pratyaya, a buddhi in us, in me. What buddhi it creates in me? This is to be done. Why should be done? This is ishta sadhanam. The means for something desirable, welcome. That is. Sukha is ishta. Therefore, this is ishta sadhanam. Tavya conveys ishta sadhanatvam, it conveys. And what particular to be done gives certain ishta, hantavya, whatever dhatu is there. Alright. We'll just take drashtavya, drish plus tavya. To be done. What is to be done? Seeing is to be done. Drashtavya. You should look into, you should know. That is the meaning of drashtavya. So tavya conveys ishta sadhana. And what type of activity to be done for the ishta sadhana? That is conveyed by the dhatu. Drashtavya, gantavya, kartavya, patitavya. That's all to be. That is what specific activity should be done is conveyed by the dhatu. Alright. Here in the Nisheda Vakya, na hantavyaha. This na, where does it go? How do we interpret this? How do we connect this na with this hantavya or drashtavya, whatever? These two parts are there in the kriya pada, in the verb or in the words denoting verb. There are these two parts. Dhatu, which is called prakriti, and the pratyaya. Drish dhatu, drish the root, plus tavya the affix. Drish tavya, drashtavya becomes drashtavya. Similarly, gam dhatu plus tavya becomes gantavya. Okay? Should be gone, should be reached. So the gam, drish, etc. This is the dhatu. This is called prakriti. This is the name, technical name. This is called prakriti. And the prakriti conveys certain meaning. Gam means going, the act of going. Pat, the act of reading. Drish, the act of seeing. That it conveys. Prakriti is there. Then the pratyaya, tavya, the pratyaya is there. So, drash tavyaha. Gantavyaha, going is to be done, seeing is to be done, that it conveys. So prakriti and pratyaya, these two parts are there. Dhatu is the prakriti here, and then the tavya is the pratyaya. The tavya conveys the sense, this is ishta sadhanam. And what is ishta sadhanam? The dhatu, connect with the dhatu, connect the tavya with the dhatu, drish tavya, gantavya. So the tavya connects with the dhatu and then gives a complete sense. So seeing, drashtavyaha, seeing, knowing is the means for ishta. Gantavyaha, going is the means for ishta. That is gata. Where does this man connect in this na hantavyaha? Where does it connect? The Tikakara points out, we can connect with both the prakriti and the pratyaya. Both ways we can see. Connect with the dhatu artha, and then connect with the pratyaya also. Very beautifully he explains. So the dhatu part, that is han dhatu here, killing, hurting, harming, that is there. So the na connects with the dhatu first. We connect with the dhatu first. Han means hanana kriya, the act of hurting, harming, killing. So ahananam, na hantavyaha, na plus han means ahananam, not harming, not killing is what is meant. Here ahananam, hananam is an activity, but ahananam, not harming, is not an activity. It's not a kriya. It is just absence of the particular kriya. That's all. Right? Hananam means the particular activity of harming, hurting, but ahananam is the absence of that particular kriya activity only. That's all it says. You abstain from, you avoid doing this, you withdraw from doing this, you don't do this. That's all it means. Ahananam, that's all it says. Okay? Abhava matra, it's only that's all it points out. Alright. Here, so here, ahanana, that is nahantavyaha, that ahanana plus tavya is right. There the tavya indicates the ishta sadhana. What is the ishta here? Dukkha abhavaha. Avoiding dukkha, avoiding naraka, that is ishta. Right? So this dukkha abhavaha, anishta abhavaha. So that what avoids, what gives me the, what makes me avoid this anishta is the ahanana, that it conveys. So, naraka dukkha abhavaha, avoiding for myself naraka dukkha, that is desirable. I don't want naraka dukkha. Right? If I were to do the hanana kriya, I will have naraka dukkha. That is anishta. I want to avoid that. Therefore, naraka dukkha abhavaha is the tavya, conveyed by this tavya pratyaya. Sometimes getting what is desirable, right? Tavya conveys ishta sadhana. Ishta here is sukha praptihi, anishta nivrittihi. Dukkha nivrittihi also is the ishta. Therefore, here tavya pratyaya conveys ishta, that is dukkha abhavaha. Naraka dukkha abhavaha is what is conveyed by tavya. And how do I avoid this naraka dukkha? How do I get this absence of naraka dukkha? By the ahananam. Absence of hananam. That is the convey. When we take the nany, na with the dhatu, that is han dhatu, then it means avoiding hananam, absence of hananam, ahananam. Ahananam is the naraka dukkha nivritti sadhanaha, naraka dukkha abhava sadhanaha, sadhanam. Ahananam, I repeat, ahananam is the naraka dukkha abhava sadhanam. And naraka dukkha abhava is ishta, and therefore this ahananam is the sadhana for naraka dukkha abhava, ishta sadhana meva. Sometimes doing is the ishta sadhana, sometimes not doing is ishta sadhana. Here, not doing this is the ishta sadhana. This is how it conveys. One says, when we connect the nany with the dhatu, ahananam is the ishta sadhana. Now, ahananam, is it a kriya? No, it is just absence of kriya only. It is not a kriya. It is not a kriya, it is akriya. Kriya abhavaha eva. Alright, when a person understands that from the Veda Vakya, Brahmanaha na hantavyaha, a person may be angry, okay? Some Brahmana hurt another Brahmana. Then this person becomes angry with that Brahmana who caused this hurt. Or there may be some greed may be there, some jealousy may be there, some fear may be there, or without any reason also, any raga nimitta also, the hurt is possible. But when a person understands that Brahmanaha nahantavya Veda tells, why it says so? Because the Veda, it conveys to me that by Brahmana ahananam I avoid anishta, naraka dukkha I avoid, and therefore if there is a pravritti, is there a possibility of a pravritti for Brahmana hananam, that person withdraws from that. Nivartate, Brahmana hananat nivartate purushaha. Why nivartate? Because that is Doing that is anishta sadhanam, right? Therefore, the person nivartate. There is no activity, there is no rule, there is no activity there. There is nothing, there is a kriya is not there, nor is there any kriya sadhanatvam is not there in this na hantavya. Na hantavya is not a kriya, nor it is a kriya sadhanam. Alright. Therefore, this vakya is pramana. Na hantavya is a pramana in as much as it advises the person to avoid this act of hanana, that's all. And that ahananam is not a kriya, it is kevala nivritti rupa eva. Alright. Now, the other way of connecting the na with the tavya, tavya to be done, ishta sadhanam. Then na, when we connect the na to tavya, should not be done. Why it should not be done? It is anishta sadhana. Na ishta sadhanam, anishta sadhanam. A person may try to hurt Brahmana out of anger, etc. When a person said that Brahmana A hurt Brahmana B, okay, say, or somebody hurt this Brahmana. When that person hurts this Brahmana, verbally or physically or mentally, whatever, when that hurt is there, this person reacts. Sometimes the person reacts to that, wants to say something in return, wants to do something like hurting that Brahmana. That Brahmana hurt me, I should retaliate, I should reciprocate. You see, the person may go about doing that. When the person reciprocates in anger, revenge, etc., is there, then for the time being the fellow feels happy. Yeah, you did this to me, I do this to you in that return, okay, tit for tat, okay. Then there is a tatkalika sukha, a temporary sense of satisfaction, some ego satisfaction is there. You did this to me, I will retaliate, I do this back to you. There is a tatkalika sukha, just ego satisfaction is there. So that's also ishtam only, right? By reciprocating, you said something, you hurt me, okay? You beat me, I beat you back. Okay. By doing that, I am feeling happy. That is ishta sadhanam only. Even though it is tatkalika sukha, but it is not, what follows, what ensues is not a sukha here. Tatkalika sukha sadhanatva abhasatve api. Even though it is like a tatkalika sukha, but it is not. But what follows, what may follow is a anishta, bigger anishta. Balavat anishta sadhanam, it becomes. Correct? Balavat anishta sadhanam. It becomes, it produces a greater anishta and a stronger anishta it produces. So, balavat anishta sadhanatva, when I understand, by harming a Brahmana, I feel happy for a while, okay. My ego is satisfied for a while, okay. But then what follows is, I am hurt, still I am hurt. The hurt remains. Hurt does not go away, the hurt remains. And then I am only producing another further hurt, right? Some Gandhi said this, okay, if eye for eye, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, okay, if that is the justice, then the whole world will be blind, will become blind, okay. Because I hurt you, you hurt my eye, I hurt your eye, you hurt my eye back, and then I hurt somebody's eye. The whole world will become blind and okay. That's only increasing the problems. It's not solving the sadness, it's not solving the suffering. So here this, even though tatkalika sukha is, like even vishabhojanam is there, a sweet poison is there, very sweet poison, very fragrant sweet poison. Suppose the person eats this, tasty poison. Okay. Tasty, yes, tatkalika taste is there, but balavat anishta, maranam, etc. is the balavat anishta sadhanam. It is kills the person. It kills the person. So we have to weigh. The person weighs. One who is told brahmana nahantavya, that person weighs. This is ishta. I am angry with that brahmana. I want to hurt that fellow. That is ishta sadhanam. But balavat anishta sadhana, what is that? Doing that becomes a balavat anishta. It produces balavat anishta. Therefore, I weigh the consequences in the understanding of this. What is anishta, which is balavat, much stronger, that I do not want. So I can sacrifice this tatkalika sukha, this temporary ego satisfaction I can sacrifice so that I can avoid a much bigger anishta. Correct? This is wisdom, this is knowledge, this is intelligence. Even though this temporarily makes me happy, but the other undesirable consequence is much, much bigger, which is not at all desirable, and therefore I forego this temporary sukha, I forego. Correct? This is the intelligent person. Therefore, the person avoids this hanana. Understanding that even if the hanana kriya may give me some temporary happiness, satisfaction, but the other consequence is definitely undesirable, much grave consequence, much bigger bad consequence is there, and therefore I don't want that. Therefore I forego this small satisfaction. Therefore the brahmanaha na hantavyaha makes the person understand that even if I sublate my raga, dvesha, greed, anger, etc., jealousy, whatever be the reason, or simply the swabhava, it is, I simply avoid that so that I avoid much worse consequences. See, that's also there. Okay. So ishta sadhana, that is ishta sadhana, dukkha abhava you get, or the balavat anishta sadhanatva you see, and then you avoid that brahmana hanana. That is the sense here. Either way, the na hantavya rule only, this vakya only means nivritti only. There is not a kriya. Nivritti is not a kriya. You cannot say ahananam, not killing, means any other action. Ahananam can mean gamanam, okay, patanam, darshanam, vadanam, any action. No, that's not proper. You follow? Ahananam means not killing. Not killing is to be done. Ahananam kartavyam. Not killing is to be done. Okay, I don't kill Brahmana, but I beat him up. Tadanam. Or parusha vachanam. I will talk very, very harsh words to that Brahmana. That's not hananam. I am not killing that Brahmana, but I beat up the fellow. Okay. Can mean that. So that is not the meaning here. Ahananam, other than hananam, other than hananam kartavyam. Suppose that is the meaning, then any action it could be. There is no nishchaya. And also anishta also is that tadanam also becomes allowable there. Brahmanaha taditavyaha. That will be the meaning. So anyway, so make a rule, then anytime you see a Brahmana, go and beat up the Brahmana. That we make a vidhi. This is a Veda vidhi. Okay? I am not doing out of this, no, nothing personal here. Veda tells me to beat up this Brahmana. Okay. That becomes totally anishta. Yeah. That's what I am coming to that. So, it's not a paryudasa here. I will explain this. We will see that. So, ahananam na hantavyaha does not mean you should do something else. That is not the meaning. You don't do this. That's all the meaning. If the don't do this does not mean do something else. Do anything else. That is not the meaning. Paryudasa is not the meaning here. Okay? Alright. So here the Mimamsaka raises the question, how do you say that Nisheda Kriya is not an activity? Nisheda Kriya means don't do this. Don't do this means do something else, do anything else. Paryudasa can be taken, do anything else. Anything else can mean if you rob the Brahmana, you rob the Brahmana of the whatever Dakshina the fellow got. So that's not Vihita, that's not a Veda, it becomes a Vidhi then. Brahmana is to be stolen, Brahmana's money is to be stolen, etc. It becomes a Vidhi, Veda Vidhi, it should become. We follow this Anartha in this. Total Anartha it becomes. So what the Veda wants to enjoin is that don't hurt a Brahmana. That's what the spirit of it. If you say the meaning that do something else, anything else, then that anything else becomes, you totally contort the Veda spirit. You really destroy the spirit of the Veda teaching. You destroy that. Possibly it happens. Therefore, the Paryudasa taking some other meaning that is not here. Just plain negation. Na hantavya. Just plain negation. This plain negation is not a kriya, nor is a kriya sadhanam. That's what is conveyed. Alright. This nany, the na is used in two senses here in the language, in Sanskrit language, in any language for that matter. Is there in two senses. One is prohibiting something and the other is conveying something else. Prohibiting something, what is specified, prohibiting something specified, that is called prasakta pratishedaha. Prasakta pratishedaha, negating what is possible, prohibiting something specific. That is the meaning of na, don't, no. That is one sense. The other sense is conveying something else, do something else, implying something else. Right? That is the other sense of na. That's called paryudasa. So prasakta pratishedaha and paryudasa, these two are the senses of this na negation particle. This applies in all languages, not only in Sanskrit, every language is there. So, nany, don't do what is specified. Na hantavyaha, the hanana kriya specified. Kalanjam na bhakshayet, bhakshanam, eating is prohibited. The specific thing that eating, specific something that is prohibited. Suram na pibet, panam, drinking alcohol, that is prohibited. That is said it's not good for you. Even though one may float for a while, okay, just feel light, okay, for a while, okay. Sab do dikhta hai, okay. Everything looks heavenly for a while, okay. But then balavat anishta follows. Therefore this pana, suram na pibet, don't drink alcohol, etc. It is said here. So there, that is prasakta pratishedaha. What is specified, don't do this. That's all. Whereas the other sense of this na is conveying, do something, right? Take some other meaning. That is the paryudasa. Take some other meaning which is relevant, which is connected, which is relevant, you take. Not any irrelevant meaning you take. If you take any irrelevant meaning, then the whole thing becomes, the whole language becomes futile, useless. It becomes useless. You don't take anything irrelevant, but something relevant, something connected we take in the paryudasa. That is the paryudasa sense. Here Bhashyakara points out here, Brahmanaha na hantavyaha, in this Vedavakya, the prasakta pratisheda sense is taken, not paryudasa sense. Paryudasa means you do something else. Don't do the hananam, but do something, anything else. That is the sense will be conveyed. Paryudasa is not the meaning. But what is the meaning here? Prasakta pratisheda. Don't do this specified thing. That's all. That's the meaning. Not do something else. That is not the meaning. Paryudasa, that is paryudasa. Do something else. referring to something else. That is the paryudasa. That is not the meaning here. Prasakta pratisheda is the meaning here. That's what he says. And prasakta pratisheda na hantavyaha is neither kriya nor kriya sadhanam. It's akriya only. Audasinyam only. Bhashyakara says audasinyam only. Tushnim bhava only. Still it is a pramana. No kriya, still it is pramana. It is a pramana. Phalavat it is. So Vedanta Vakya also, like the Nisheda Vakya, even though it is not a kriya, it is phalavat. That is the connection. So the drishtanta, the Nisheda Vakya is taken as a drishtanta analyzed, and then similar to the Nisheda Vakya, even though it is not a kriya, still it is pramanam, still it is phalavat. Similarly, Vedanta Vakya also, there is no kriya, still it is phalavat, it is pramanam. That is the idea. Okay? We will continue this. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.